Example number 4, we're going to be factoring a trinomial with a common factor. And so actually, anytime that you factor anything, if the problem says to factor, it's a good idea to always try to factor something out of the first 3 terms. So if you see anything in there that they have anything in common, that's what you're going to want to do. So that means you're going to want to factor out anything out of the first 3 terms that you see that they have in common. So I know that 5, 40, and 60, well, all of those have a 5 in common. And so I know that I'm going to factor out a 5. Now, and then they have w cubed, w squared, and then w. So you're probably going to want to also factor out a w as well. So, okay, so let's go ahead and do that then. So I'm going to factor out a 5, and then they each have a w in common. So 5w times what is 5w cubed? Well, it's just going to be w squared. 5w times what is negative 40w squared? So that's going to be a minus, let's see, 8w. And then 5w times what is a 60w? So it's going to be 12 right there. So notice the first thing that we did was that we factor out the GCF first, okay? And so now what I want to do is just kind of leave this alone, and let's just factor now this, guys. Say if this was just given to us, w squared minus 8w plus 12, and we want to factor that. So we can do that by doing our cool little x right there. We have the 12 on top with the negative 8 on the bottom. So now we want to find 2 numbers that multiply and give us 12 and add to get negative 8. So let's see here. 4 and 3 doesn't give us that. 6 and 2, let's see, I think that works. Okay, I know 6 and 2 gives us 8 and 12, but I want a negative 8, which means those both have to be negative. So negative 6 times negative 2, positive 12. Negative 6 plus negative 2 is a negative 8. Excuse me. So this right here now just became w minus 6, and that's w minus 2. Okay, so I just replaced this whole guy with w minus 6 and w minus 2, but don't forget about this guy, and then you bring down the 5w.